Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Atlanta Braves vs New York Mets, Washington Nationals vs Philadelphia Phillies, and Toronto Blue Jays vs Boston Red Sox, which are happening on Monday, July 26, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. As good as Stroman has been this season, he's also experienced his fair share of good luck. The Mets right-hander has benefited from a .268 BABIP, and his current ZERA, 4.48, sits nearly 2 full runs over his season-long mark. Meanwhile, Muller has flashed his potential through 5 games, but hasn't quite put it all together just yet. He's performed admirably in each of his first 4 career starts, posting a 2.41 ERA in those matchups. Take Atlanta to come out on top in the first game of this doubleheader at Citi Field on Monday. As good as Stroman has been this season, he's also experienced his fair share of good luck. The Mets right-hander has benefited from a .268 BABIP, and his current ZERA, 4.48, sits nearly 2 full runs over his season-long mark. Meanwhile, Muller has flashed his potential through 5 games, but hasn't quite put it all together just yet. He's performed admirably in each of his first 4 career starts, posting a 2.41 ERA in those matchups. The Atlanta Braves have been a good offensive team, as they are 8th with a .749 OPS this season. They are scoring runs at a pretty high clip, as they are averaging 4.78 runs per game this year. Unfortunately, they will be without their superstar right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr., who suffered a torn ACL and will miss the remainder of the season. This offense still produces, as in the last 7 days, they are scoring 4.7 runs per game. They will be depending on players like third baseman Austin Riley to step up, as he has an .857 OPS with 17 home runs and 50 RBI so far this year. If the Braves can continue to hit as well as they do, it will take a lot of pressure off of their pitching staff. New York is expected to counter with right-hander Marcus Stroman, who continues to be a steady hand in the Mets starting rotation. Stroman is fresh off of his best start of the season. Last time out, he shut down the Cincinnati Reds, spinning 8 scoreless frames of 1 hit ball with 7 strikeouts and only 1 walk in a 7-0 Mets win. The 30-year-old is 7-8 despite a stellar 2.59 ERA, and he's allowed more than 3 earned runs just twice in 20 starts so far this season. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves. Washington is in the midst of a 7-game road trip that got off to a disastrous start over the weekend. The Nationals are not the same offensive team without Starlin Castro and Kyle Schwarber in the lineup. Their pitching has not been a strong suit this season, and Ross is coming off the injured list. He was good before getting hurt, but you never know what to expect after an injury. Washington is expected to start Eric Fed for this road tilt, but that is subject to change. The Nats are playing a doubleheader on Sunday, so they may forego Fed's start on Monday and push him for Tuesday's game instead. The second-year righty has a 4.88 ERA, 1.39 WHIP, with 64 strikeouts over 72 innings this season. Check back closer to game time for an update on the starter. Philadelphia is trying to remain in touch at the top of the NL East standings. It took 3 out of 4 against Miami to open the second half of the season before losing a pair of road games against the Yankees. The Phillies split their 4-game series against Atlanta over the weekend, picking up a 2-1 win in Sunday's series finale. They are now 4 games back of New York in the division standings, which is good enough for second place. Philadelphia's offense ranks number 15 with a team batting average of .240. Shortstop Gene Segura has a team-high 86 hits and a .309 average. First baseman Rhys Hoskins has 83 hits, while right fielder Bryce Harper has 80 hits. Hoskins has crushed a team-high 21 home runs. They will be facing a Washington pitching staff that is number 17 with a team ERA of 4.32. Right-hander Spencer Howard is expected to start for Philadelphia on Monday night. He has spent time in the rotation, bullpen and farm system in 2021. Howard is replacing the injured Zach Eflin in the rotation. He has only reached 5 innings once at any level this season, throwing 3 innings in his most recent appearance. The Nationals were on a roll to end the month of June and beginning of July, but that came crashing down with the injury to Kyle Schwarber. They are 7 games below .500 entering this contest and had higher expectations coming into the season. Crippling injuries to Will Harris, Luis Avelin, and Steven Strasburg have hampered their progress from the mound as well. Expect the Nats to trend up as the summer continues if they can get healthier, but it has not been a good start to the second half of the season. My betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia. The Blue Jays are in a bind pitching-wise here, as Mano misses another start after injuring his back last week. That is likely forcing Hatch into the spot here in what will be his season debut. Toronto could go with Trent Thornton, who was recalled Sunday, but either way, it's a spot start and a glorified bullpen situation. That's not the kind of pitching matchup you want against a lineup like Boston's, which is more than capable of doing plenty of damage at the plate. We saw the Red Sox drill 11 homers in 2 games against Toronto at Solon Field in Buffalo last week. July 19th and 21st were the last time these 2 division foes crossed paths. Boston ended up sweeping the 2-game set, outscoring Toronto 28 combined over the 2 games. The Blue Jays are currently 49-46 on the season, but still 9.5 games back of the first-place Sox. It seems that the only hope the Jays have of making the postseason will be sneaking into the wild card game. They are 4.5 games back of the wild card spot at the moment, which makes every game that much more important. Boston let one slip away on Saturday as they fell to the Yankees for the first time in the opening 3 games of a 4-game set. With a loss, the Red Sox went into Sunday tied for the top spot in the AL East with Tampa Bay. On Saturday, Boston had a 3-0 lead after 7 innings, but gave up 4 in the 8th to take the loss. Kevin Plawecki, RBI, was the lone player with 2 hits for the Red Sox in the loss. Nathan Eovaldi didn't factor in the decision after allowing 2 runs on 7 hits with no walks and 8 strikeouts over 7.2 innings of work. Adam Ottavino, 2-3, took the loss as he allowed 2 runs on 3 hits with no walks or strikeouts, while getting 1 out. Nick Pivetta takes the mound to make his 20th start of the season for the Red Sox in this contest. He comes in 8-4 with a 4.37 ERA, a 1.32 WHIP, 46 walks and 117 strikeouts over 103 innings of work this season. Pivetta earned the win in his last start, which came on the road against the Blue Jays last Monday. He threw 6.2 innings, allowing 4 runs on 11 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, in a game the Red Sox won 13-4. At home this season, Pivetta is 3-2 with a 5.62 ERA, a 1.49 WHIP, 24 walks and 56 strikeouts, over 49.2 innings of work in 10 starts. Pivetta makes his 6th career start against the Blue Jays in this contest. He comes in 1-2 with a 6.67 ERA, a 1.324 WHIP, 11 walks and 29 strikeouts over 28.1 innings of work. Pivetta is 4-2 with a 5.27 ERA, a 1.482 WHIP, 27 walks and 64 strikeouts over 54.2 innings in 11 career starts at Fenway Park. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.